Hello everyone. Welcome back to my new video. In today's video we'll discuss about scalar or dot product of a vectors, and at the end we will solve one of the example, but before starting make sure to like, share and subscribe my channel. The scalar product of two vectors is defined as the product of the magnitudes of the two vectors and the cosine of the angles between them. For example, work is represented as W equals F dot D cos theta. Vector is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Some mathematical operations can be performed on vectors such as addition and multiplication. The multiplication of vectors can be done in two ways, dot product and cross product. The dot product, which is also called scalar product of two vectors, is the product of the magnitude of the two vectors and the cos of the angle between them. Vectors are multiplied using two methods. 1 scalar product of vectors or dot product. 2 vector product of vectors or cross product. Scalar products and vector products are two ways of multiplying two different vectors which see the most application in physics and astronomy. The difference between both the methods is just that, using the first method, we get a scalar value as resultant, and using the second technique the value obtained is again a vector in nature. Dot product of vectors. The scalar product of two vectors a and b of magnitude a and b is given as ab cos theta, where theta represents the angle between the vectors a and b taken in the direction of the vectors. Where a and b represent the magnitude of the vectors a and b, and a dot b indicate the dot product of the two vectors. Projection of vectors. BP is known to be the projection of a vector a on vector b, in the direction of vector b given by a cos theta. Similarly, the projection of vector b on a vector a, in the direction of the vector a is given by b cos theta. Projection of vector a in direction of vector b is expressed as. Similarly, projection of vector b in direction of vector a is expressed as. Thus, the dot product of two vectors is the product of magnitude of one vector with the resolved component of the other in the direction of the first vector. Properties of dot product of vector. 1. Dot product of two vectors is commutative, a dot b equals b dot a equals ab cos theta. 2. If a dot b equals 0, then it can be clearly seen that either b or a is 0 or cos theta equals 0 or theta is 90. It suggests that either of the vectors is 0 or they are perpendicular to each other. 3. The dot product of a vector to itself is the magnitude squared of the vector, a dot a equals a dot a cos 0 equals a square. 4. The dot product follows the distributive law also, a, b plus c, equals a dot b plus ac 5. In terms of orthogonal coordinates for mutually perpendicular vectors it is represented as. 6. In terms of unit vectors, it is represented as. 7. In terms of rectangular components of vector a and b we can represent it as. Let's consider an example. Let there be two vectors, where the magnitude of a is 4 and magnitude of b is 2 and theta equals 60 degrees. Find their dot product. First consider the formula of dot product, a dot b equals ab cos theta. Now putting the magnitude of vectors a and b, which is 4 and 2 respectively, and angle 60 in formula. A dot b equals 4 multiplied 2 cos 60 degrees. A dot b equals 8 multiply 1/2. A dot b equals 4. So we get the dot product is equal to 4. Hope so you like the video, comment down your queries. Stay connected for more videos.